I am so sick of seeing this plastic slab. Speaking of plastic, have you been throwing your money away on capsules? Join me today as we discuss whether or not you even need them while I bust this slab open and set Lady Liberty free. Ahoy, mateys, and welcome to Booty Girl Stacking, where together we'll unearth the real treasures of silver and gold. If you're enjoying these videos and want even more booty in your treasure chest, smash that like button, share, and subscribe. Now, if you're looking to ascend the ranks of the Booty Girl Stacking crew, please consider joining my Patreon, where you'll gain access to exclusive Booty Girl Stacking content and special giveaways. I'd like to give a huge shout out to those of you who have already joined my Patreon, as well as my correspondence crew. Your letters and support mean the world to me, and the Booty Girl Stacking crew would not be the same without you. So welcome aboard, mateys. I am excited to see where this ship sails. Like I said at the beginning, I am so tired of looking at this proof American gold eagle inside of this plastic slab. So if you want to see me crack open Lady Liberty and set her free, stick around to the end. If you're like me, you might have wondered before, is protecting my precious metals with capsules an investment or complete waste of money? Have I unknowingly been throwing money away on capsules when I could be spending that money on buying more silver and gold? As stackers, it's completely normal for us to want to preserve our silver and gold and protect it from scratches and tarnish. But how many capsules, if any, do we actually need? When I first started stacking silver, I put everything in capsules. Didn't matter if it was an American silver eagle, a buffalo, or the most scratched up, tarnished round you could find. If it was silver, I had it in a capsule. But as I've gone further in my stacking journey, I've come to realize that some things just simply don't need it. It's important to realize that although they are kind of nice, capsules can sometimes be a money trap. That being said, I personally want to keep my silver and gold in the best shape possible. So I've developed a tier system, if you will, of precious metals that will get some sort of protection, and other types that I don't really think I need to. One category of precious metals that I believe firmly in protecting, but don't necessarily put into individual capsules, are bullion and rounds. When I say bullion, I'm talking about government minted coins such as Maples, Britannias, American silver eagles, American gold eagles. And when I talk about rounds, I'm talking about generic rounds. This category of silver is something that I keep in tubes, but not necessarily in individual capsules. I've finally come to a place in my stacking journey where I simply don't have the space to be laying rounds and bullion around in single capsules. So this week, I'm going to be taking them out of the capsules and putting them into tubes. Tubes, by the way, that I won't spend a single cent on because my LCS has a plethora of them. Believe me, if you go to your LCS and you ask him for some tubes for ASEs or Canadian maples, he will most likely be begging you to take them off his hands. So I would just ask him for those instead of spending the extra money on capsules. These tubes will absolutely keep your rounds and coins in good condition. Pro tip, if you want to make sure your silver does not tarnish at all, just throw silica gel packets in there. It will absorb all the moisture and your silver will stay pristine. Don't be putting them out into crazy heat and you should be fine. The next category of precious metals that I believe in protecting a little bit more than bullion and rounds is semi-numismatic and numismatic. Semi-numismatics are government minted coins that have a little more of a collector's value than just your run-of-the-mill bullion. So instead of maples, Britannias, and American silver eagles, we're talking about things like kookaburras and lunars. These are semi-numismatic coins that I personally put into individual capsules. Now, who knows? One day I might come to a point where I have kookaburras and lunar coins running out of my ears and I just switch them over to tubes. But as of right now, I don't feel comfortable keeping these outside of capsules. I like to have that extra layer of protection for coins that carry a little bit more of a premium. I want to keep them in the best condition possible. Numismatics are like a tier above semi-numismatics. These usually come in capsules. Now, most of my semi-numismatic coins also come in capsules, but all numismatic coins come in capsules 100% of the time, in my experience. A lot of times these numismatic pieces will come in special packaging and boxes anyway. And when it comes time to sell, if you ever do sell, you're already going to take a loss on the premium, but you're going to take an even worse loss on the premium of something like this if you didn't keep it in the capsule and protect it. So semi-numismatics and numismatics, I just keep in the capsules. But when it comes to my silver bars, I could care less about tarnishing and toning. If anything, I kind of like the way a tarnished silver bar looks. I think it adds a lot of character to it, frankly. Some people will intentionally buy capsules for their silver bars. I could kind of see where they're coming from when it comes to like the Royal Canadian Mint bars. Those are kind of a higher premium bar that I don't think I would want them to tarnish as much. But when it comes to like vintage or hand pours or other kinds of bars, I will leave that silver bar out and let it tarnish all day long. Now, this is a little bit of a different category, slab coins. I don't encourage you to set out to buy slab coins. That's just me personally. I think a lot of times it can be a waste of money. That being said, I do have this slabbed American gold eagle. I ordered a random proof American gold eagle a couple of months ago, and it just came in this slab. This is a really beautiful coin. I love it. It's kind of got this cool tarnish due to the copper content in the coin. It has this red rim forming around the edge. Since it is a PR69, which isn't perfect mint state, it doesn't really need this slab. Someone got it graded thinking maybe it would be a PR70, but it isn't. One of you guys commented last week on one of my videos saying, hey, if I were you, I'd pop that thing out of the slab. And it really got me thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I can pop it out. I like to hold my gold. I like to look at it. So I called my LCS and asked him about it. And sure enough, he told me that if it is a coin that's graded PR69 or MS69 or lower, you're going to get the exact same amount when it comes time to sell as you would with it in the slab. So today we are setting Lady Liberty free. With that, it's hammer time. Oh my gosh. This already looks so much better. Ugh, I hated that slab, but now look at this. It's so beautiful. I love that you can actually see the character in the coin up close. That thick plastic really just kind of obstructed my view of this coin. Now that it's out, I can see so much more detail on this. Since it's a proof, the scratches would be much more visible on a coin like this than on just a standard American Gold Eagle. So I really want to make sure I put this into an airtight capsule. Lady Liberty is free. And she looks so much better. Now I can fit this in a tube with my other 1/10 ounce gold coins. So that pretty much wraps up my perspective on capsules and tubes. I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you want to keep your semi-numismatics in capsules. Maybe you're not. Maybe you just don't care if it all tones and tarnishes. I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section about your view on capsules, your view on tubes, and what you're doing or not doing to protect your silver and gold. Let's keep that dialogue going. If you'd like to contribute to this channel in a greater capacity, please consider joining my Patreon. Or if you just want to write me a letter, send me some mail. And if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Booty Girl, and I'll see you guys in the next one.